Hi and welcome to I Design My Life. I'm Sumit and I'm a life and a mind coach. So we have almost reached the last section of our success framework and we are going to continue from where we left in the last session. So in the last section, we talked about values and the importance of values in our life. We also looked at a fundamental happiness equation. That equation was happiness is equal to living our values. Now we are going to get one step further and look into what our values made up of. And values are made up of rules. And this is something we are going to discuss today in detail in today's session. So what are rules? So to understand this concept, let's look at the values first. So let me take an example of my values. My values are growth, learning, excellence, commitment. So the thing is, if I live my values on a daily basis, my general happiness quotient is very high. So there is one fundamental thing which we need to get to. And that fundamental question is, what needs to happen for me to live my values? So let me take up one value. Let's talk about growth. So the fundamental question is, what needs to happen for me to realize that I'm growing on day-to-day basis? The answer for this would be that if I learn new things every day, then I grow. If I face challenges every day, then I grow. If I feel challenged, then I grow. So if these things happen on day-to-day basis, then generally I'm living my value. Now these three things which I talked about are our rules. So let me give you an example of a couple I was working with and they were having little difficult time in relationships. And let's see how these rules were ruining the relationship. So they both had a fundamental value which was love. Now for the lady, it was, he does not express his love to me. He does not say it often. I need to hear that he loves me. Now for the husband, it was, no, I take care of her. Do my actions not speak for myself? Now see, both of them have love as the value. But let's look at the rules now. So the rules for the wife are, for me to feel the value of love, I need to listen to it. Someone should express that he or she loves me. Only then I feel loved. For the husband, the rule is, if I take care of my wife, then it's love. So you see how their rules are different. And that's where the entire confusion is coming. And that's why I say that your values are driven by our rules. Now the next question is, who designs the rule? And that's where the game of life and the design of life comes in. We are the creators of our rules. We have designed our rules. There are three fundamental principles for the rules. And these are, our rules should be in our control. Number two, that they should be easy to meet. Number three, that there should be many ways of meeting our rules. Let me give you an example. I was working with this gentleman and we were going through his values. So I asked him, happiness was something which was his top value. So I asked him, what needs to happen for you to feel happy? And at that point in time, his profession was his focus. So he said that if I get this promotion, then I will feel happy. And then I asked, tell me more. What do you mean by this? He said, for me to feel happy professionally, I need to get promoted. So my boss needs to promote him. So the value of happiness, the rule for that value was that if I get promoted, then I will feel happy. Now let's look at the 3 principles. First, is it in his control? No, because the decision is entirely his boss's decision, so he doesn't control it. Number 2, is it easy to meet? Maybe, depends on the competition. Number 3, are there many ways of meeting it? So that means his happiness is only dependent on this single rule, that if I get promoted, then I will be happy. So guys, I'll tell you one fundamental thing over here, and I'm going to digress a little bit. So most of the people are caught in this trap, if-then loop. If this happens, then I will be happy. If that happens, then I will be happy. So your happiness is always lying in the future. It is always dependent on an outcome. So this gentleman's happiness was dependent on his promotion, which he was going to get in future. So you see how this person is caught in the if-then trap. If I get a promotion, then I will become happy. So now, what do we do? As I said, our rules are created by us. So we need to revisit his rules. And let's see if we can make any changes over there and if that would suffice for us. So the way we went about these changes, we created a new rule for him to feel happy when he is at work. And that rule is, I feel happy when I'm working towards my promotion. I feel happy when I'm giving my best effort towards my promotion. Now you can see a certain shift in the rule has brought the things back in his control. Now the process of it is being controlled by him. So this little tweak in the rule actually changed the things for him. And that's what we do all the time. We create rules for us which do not support us. Friends, we need to understand that we play the game of life. We are the creators of the rules of our life. Many times we create our game in a way for us to lose the game. So we create rules which are designed for us to lose, and then we go into self-pity, and then we start losing on life. We need to understand our rules are created by us. So revisiting our rules would be of really great help. If you're not feeling happy about anything, look at your values. If some value is not being satisfied, then look at the rules and ask this fundamental question: what needs to happen for me to live this value? Once you get the answer, look at the answer and then apply this rule test which I have given you. It should qualify the 3 criteria. It should be easy to meet, it should be in your control, and there should be many ways of achieving it. Now I'm going to tell you how you can go around this exercise and what are the steps. You need to first write down your values. Step number 2 is you need to create a value hierarchy. Value hierarchy is something, what is the most important value, then the next important value, then the next important value. Then you have to write down the current score based on 10. 10 being the highest score. What it means is, how are you living on this value? Then you need to write down what needs to happen for you to make it a 10. And when you answer this, your rules will come. When your rules have come, then you have to test it by the criteria which I have given. The 3 rule criteria: easy to meet, in your control, and many ways to meet it. So once you have done this exercise, you will see that there would be a lot of rules which you can change, and change it in a way that it qualifies the rule criteria. And believe me friends, it will create a lot of difference to your life. Also, if you need any help around this, then we are always here. You can reach out to us, info@idesignmylife.net. Also, during the entire success framework, if you were not able to do something, then I would request you to join our success marathon and see if it works out for you. So guys, this is going to be the last episode of our success framework. I'll tell you what are the things which we have not covered. There are two things which we have not covered, and that is eliciting values. And the reason we have not covered this is because it requires a lot of questioning, and it is not possible for me without a person sitting in front of me to show you how to elicit those values. The second part is awareness. That is also a very vast topic, and that is something we are going to cover as an individual series. So guys, we are coming to the end of the Success Framework series. I hope you would have enjoyed this series. We'll keep on coming up with more series like this, so please stay tuned. In case you have liked the series, please press like, subscribe to our channel, and we try to do our best. In case you've got any questions around this, please do not forget to send us a query. As always, please say to yourself that I am responsible for my life and I design my life.